Before he became the most feared being in the universe, Thanos was simply a son of Titan, a brilliant mind, a thinker, a visionary, but also a witness. Titan was not destroyed by war. It wasn't invaded. It wasn't conquered. It died because of its own people. Resources ran out. Population grew uncontrollably. Leaders ignored the warning signs. And Thanos saw it all coming. He proposed a solution so cold, so terrifying, that no one dared accept it. Randomly eliminate half of the population. Not out of hatred, not out of power, but to save the other half, to restore balance. But they rejected him. They called him insane, a monster, the Mad Titan. And so they did nothing. Until it was too late. Titan collapsed. Starvation, chaos, extinction. Thanos didn't destroy his world. He failed to save it. And that failure became his truth. After Titan fell, Thanos wandered the stars. But what he saw only confirmed his belief. Planet after planet, civilization after civilization. The same pattern. Too many people, too few resources. Suffering, war, collapse. To others, it was tragedy. To Thanos, it was a disease. And he believed he was the cure. Thanos didn't start as a god. He didn't have the Infinity Stones yet. Instead, he used armies. He would invade planets. Do something horrifying. He would divide the population into two groups. Half would live, half will die. Random. No bias, no favoritism. Balanced. Cruel? Yes. But here's the part that makes his story disturbing. It worked. The planets, he corrected, survived. They became stable, peaceful. No more starvation. No more wars over resources. To the survivors, Thanos wasn't evil. He was the one who saved them. Among all his actions, one moment defined him more than any other. Gamora. He killed half her people, but spared her, raised her, trained her, loved her, in the only way he understood. To Thanos, Gamora wasn't just a daughter. She was proof that his mission had purpose. That something good could come from something terrible. But this love would also become his greatest test. Thanos eventually realized something. His method was too slow, too painful, too inefficient. If he truly wanted to save the universe, he needed absolute power. That's when he sought the Infinity Stones. 6 cosmic forces that controlled existence itself. Time, space, reality, power, mind, soul. With them, he could do in seconds what wouldn't take lifetimes. No more invasions. No more wars. Just one act. One decision. Balance. To obtain the Soul Stone, he had to give up what he loved most, Gamora. And for the first time, Thanos hesitated. This wasn't strategy. This wasn't logic. This was pain. Real pain. And yet, he chose his mission. He sacrificed her. Not because he didn't love her, but because he believed saving half the universe mattered more than saving one life. That moment proved something terrifying. Thanos wasn't heartless. He had a heart. He just chose to silence it. With all 6 Infinity Stones, Thanos became unstoppable. The Avengers tried to stop him. Heroes fought with everything they had. But to Thanos, they were just obstacles. People too emotional to see the truth. And then, he snapped his fingers. Half of all life disappeared instantly. No pain. No warning. Gone. What followed was not chaos, but silence. Empty worlds, quiet cities, and something unexpected. Balance. Resources doubled overnight. Wars stopped. Survivors had more than enough. For many, life actually improved. And that's the most disturbing part of Thanos' story. He wasn't completely wrong. To those who survived, he was a savior, a necessary evil, a being who did what no one else had the courage to do. To the Avengers, he was a murderer, a monster who destroyed families and futures. To survivors of balanced worlds, he was salvation, a protector, a god who brought order. And to himself, he was simply the only one willing to make the hard choice. After everything, Thanos didn't build an empire. He didn't rule. He didn't celebrate. He retired. Alone. On a quiet planet. Watching the sunrise. At peace. Because in his mind, he had saved the universe. So what is Thanos really? A villain? A hero? Or something far more dangerous? A man who believed he was right, and had the power to prove it. Thanos didn't just wipe out half the universe. He shattered the idea that heroes are always right, and villains are always wrong.